Ow. Do it for the vine.
Hi, welcome to Hot Pones, the show with hotter questions and even hotter wings. I'm loophoof, and here I'm joined by Luckrock, TCB, PegasYs, Nevermourn, and John Kenza.
Hello.
We are going to be eating some hot wings while I ask him some questions that are a little introspective, should provoke some thoughts in your mind. You know, the usual, the gist.
Very happy to be here.
I bet you are.
I want to preface this with I'm awful at hot things, so if I can make it through one, that should be considered a victory.
This is going to be really bad. Ketchup is too spicy for me.
See, for me, the hardest part about this is just finishing the bite before I start talking.
Nice, but oh hey, don't do that. Yeah, I mean no. Oh well, okay, that's okay, I guess. Oh, okay, sure.
I think this is the first one.
I hope so.
I like that.
Well, hey, don't enjoy it
That's pretty good.
without me. I'm gonna. Oh, it is good. While you're chewing, I'll give you the first question. How'd you get your start in music, and why brony music?
I don't need that. I started producing. Actually, I didn't. I started producing because I became a brony. I basically just kind of started out composing and sort of moved on to producing after I became a brony because I just saw all the inspiration and like talent, and I realized that that's something that I could do. It never really occurred to me that like producing music was something that I could just start doing on my own and like maybe build a following from the ground up. It always seemed like the people who did that sort of were always there, but they had to start somewhere. Other than that, you know, I played drums for a while before then, and I learned how to play guitar on my own, so that's kind of how I started out with music. And then the brony fandom just kind of naturally I gravitated towards it because of all the talent that existed in it already.
Even in like my childhood, I always like sort of gravitated towards music. It was something I always liked, but I didn't really get super into it. The sad reality of my music story is that when I was in high school, Guitar Hero 2 was really big. And so I got like really good at that game. And I had friends who played like real guitar who would watch me play Guitar Hero and be like, why don't you just play the normal guitar? And I thought about it and I was like, okay. And so I started with the guitar and I really liked it. Joined some bands, got into it, and like the more I did, the more I liked it. And so that was sort of how I grew in music. And then once I was in college and, you know, the brony scene blew up really big, the part of it I probably liked the most was the music and the musicians in there. A lot of early fandom names, and more than anything, going to conventions and being at the concerts. It's a completely different world when you get to be a part of like this group just jamming out to these pony jams live. It's so incredible that I remember being at my first convention in 2012 and being like, I want to do that. And so like for the next few years, I was just like saving up and trying to put myself in a position where I could produce and be a part of that world. And here we are.
So I got my start in music through band. I was in band through middle school and high school. When I got into high school, some of the friends I met through band and drama club were all producers. At the time, we just made like really bad trance songs in FL. A year or two later down the line, I ran into the brony fandom, and the music I saw in the fandom really inspired me to start producing music on my own. So that's really where I got my start in electronic music, was actually through the fandom.
Well, those are two separate stories. The first, I started as a brony first, and it's a bit of a funny story. I used to play Call of Duty when I was about 8th grade. You can customize a little emblem, so whenever you kill someone in the game, it pops up on their screen. And I wanted to do something kind of unique and creative, so I Googled a bunch of like, you know, what are some good ideas? And Rainbow Dash came up. So I did that, and then my friend saw it and was like, oh, I didn't know you were a brony. And I said, well, what's that? And he showed me all the stuff, and then I started watching some fan videos, and it all went downhill from there. And as for music, it sort of came with, I wanted to create something in the fandom. And at first I started doing art, but I quickly realized that was not for me. And I downloaded FL Studio, started making some music, and it really grew on me.
How I got my start in music, that's good chicken.
Oh yeah.
I actually started first producing music on my phone on this app that doesn't exist anymore. They ran out of money. They ran out of money a long time ago. It took them a while to close it down. It was called U-Loops, then Pocket Band. And it was basically, it's just like a mobile DAW. But one of the things about it that was really interesting that it still doesn't really exist today. Splice tries to do it, but you could collaborate very easily with other people on it. And I think that was something that really helped me because everyone on that app was super helpful. I started trying to make music because I wanted to get into film scoring, actually, was the first thing. Turns out that's really hard to do, especially if you don't have any money. So I started making electronic music instead. And for the fandom, seeing all the music that other people were making for it as I was getting into the show was just like super inspiring. And I was just like, one day, like, I don't know, maybe I'll go download some vocal from the show and try to do something with it. And yeah, it was that. That wasn't it was bad early on, but it's kind of all right.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be tasty sauce.
It is.
Hey, take another bite.
It's good.
Yeah,
so.
sure. Why not? No one's stopping you. Next question. I guess we'll take the second wing now.
That one was okay. That one wasn't bad. It was a little sizzly at first.
I gotta do the second one, don't I?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have.
Well, I mean, gotta get your sustenance. You're a growing boy.
I am a growing boy.
Don't worry, we're in this together.
We're in this together!
This is when everybody else started reacting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, big bite. Oh, big bite.
Oh, that was a big
no.
boy bite.
Okay. Number 2.
More spicy than the last one.
That's a spicy one.
That is a spicy. I'll take a dainty sip. Taking it like a champ.
Yeah.
Oh,
That one's got stuff on it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got something on it.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. Cool.
Just ask the question.
Okay.
Loop, ask the question so I can hurry up and get
Yeah,
it
I
done.
know.
This hurts.
So, oh my goodness, it does hurt. Do you think inspiration is something that comes to you or something that you have to pursue?
I find I really can't actively seek out inspiration for things. If I'm not in the mood or I'm not in a good situation where I feel the mood to be creative or productive, I really can't get myself and force myself into that mindset. So I really have to wait and let it hit me, which is a problem sometimes, because if I'm just in a bad state or like I have too much work, I just can't work on music, and it really does suck.
Not to give like a wishy-washy answer, but it is both. Sometimes it just strikes you. Ow.
Yeah, it strikes you for sure.
Like that. It strikes you like that sometimes. And sometimes you have to go and get that inspiration for yourself. I don't think either one's better, but I do like to try to find my inspiration. Oh no, it's starting. I'm going to say... Like when I write lyrics or something, or just a track, I like to go out and think of like, oh, well, first of all, like what have I not done before? And what have I not talked about? And then kind of try to use that. And a lot of times that literally means me going like through the catalog of episodes or you know, something, media, a pony show episode, whatever, trying to find the inspiration. So I think more often than not, I kind of lean that way, especially when I'm kind of in a crunch for like a deadline like Ponies at Dawn or something like that.
Oh my.
You got this.
That's great. Inspiration.
You got some milk and water if you need it.
We'll get... Okay, I'm going to take a little sip now, but I know I'm going to need it later. So, inspiration for me, I find that my best work comes from when I'm watching something like in the show or looking at some of the art and I connect to it. To me, that's sort of the best kind of inspiration, but I think it's more than... Oh my...
I'm sorry.
We have this thing. We have this relationship. It's fine. But inspiration is more than that. It's something... Oh my... Even just talking is awful. Okay. Inspiration is not just like having an aha moment. It is like being able to take that and turn it into something. And so I think it's more about the work ethic than anything. But it helps to have like that little spark that comes to you first. but you don't have to wait for it. You can go out and get it.
TCB, you're noted for making very creative and unique tracks and styles for this fandom. What is your creative process and what makes the track stand out? There's the milk.
My creative process is, I'll say this. I think,
Take your time. Not too much time, though.
yeah. My process is, to let, using creative music and stuff. I think that's mostly in my sound design, right? I don't do anything particularly special writing wise, I don't think. But my sound design, I think people get too caught up on following tutorials and stuff they see on YouTube, and they want to do it exactly like what they're seeing. And I think...
Oh, you're shaking. Are you good?
I'm good. I think that's not really a good way to go about it. I think you get the most interesting stuff when you mess with things on your own. And so I like to try to let emotion guide my sound design. And so there's all sorts of like rules that are in music, and they're there for a reason. I think it is important to learn that stuff, but when you know it, you also know how you can break those rules and still have like interesting stuff. You know, like no sub in the left and right, keep it all in the middle, or like don't crank the distortion knob all the way up on something. But I think you can do those things. The tutorials are fine, but take what you learn there. Try to figure stuff out on your own. Different things that you've never seen before or heard before. Try stuff out for yourself.
So, John.
Yes.
Nightblade Brony commented on your remix of Code Lyoko. You just made the day for 6 sailors and 3 marines. Thanks for making our duty day actually enjoyable. No joke, we've had this on replay for every 3rd or 4th song for almost 3 hours. How does it feel to have that kind of reach and impact with your music?
Spicy food. Spicy food. No, it means a lot to hear that stuff, especially when you just kind of read those comments and actually sit down and think about what that actually means. It's really cool to see how the music impacted them. Like something that I created could make their day a little better. And that's why I love making music, is for that reason.
So, when you're ready, you may take the last wing.
Jesus, I feel like I just started coming off of this one.
You can take a small bite if you...
I don't want to skimp out.
I used to love watching people eat these, and I was always like, I could do that. Here we go. Big bite, right?
Yeah, big bite. Big bite. I mean, you can
lips.
take whatever bite you want.
Oh, my
but-
lips. You know what? If it's just the lips, it's fine. It's fine. All right. For the fandom. We
You
do
got
this.
this.
We do what we love for the people we love.
I have a friend here who's going to help me out a little bit.
Oh,
You want to explain the sauce a bit?
well, this sauce right here is the Rapture by Torchbearer Sauces. It is rated... oh my goodness, John. It is rated at 1 million Scoville. The bottle is 66% pepper. There are a variety of peppers in here, actually. Scorpion peppers, Reaper peppers, Ghost peppers, Habanero peppers. Would you like to take a bite? I mean, even if you don't like to take a bite,
I'm gonna go for it.
you're gonna go for it.
I'm gonna go for it.
I feel that.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Down the hatch.
Just one little Prince, whatever. We're in this together.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh, oh, that
was
looked like
too
the,
much.
that looked like the biggest bite of them all.
I kind of like this one.
Oh, just go for another one. Fun stuff.
All right, here we go. Oh,
Okay.
it doesn't even burn right away.
Oh yeah, well,
That's how you know you're in trouble.
while you're able to still hear me, what's the best advice you've been given?
The best advice I've been given. That's a good question. That's a good question. Well, here come the tears. Oh man.
I bet the store is tear jerking.
I gotta think. Have I talked to people before? What was my life before now? I don't remember. Have a little bit of milk and think about this. It's my whole life flashing before my eyes, and I can't remember a thing that's happened since before now. Okay. To me, oh my god.
Don't touch your eyes.
Oh, well, okay. Being a music producer was very difficult for me to get even adequate at. It's a very different skill set from writing music, which is a very different skill set from performing music.
Oh yeah.
All widely different. Oh my goodness. Crab rave. Oh, crab spirit of Vinyltastic, give me wisdom. So there's a lot of different aspects to learning how to produce. You got EQ, you got compression, just how to record in general, setting up a good recording room, how to master, how to do all this stuff. The biggest thing for me, like my biggest aha moment where I think it really took my music to a level that I'm very proud of now, is when I learned that everything you do in writing, mixing, producing, whatever, make sure you know why you're doing that. You have to have a reason for everything you do. I think it's easy to fall into a trap of just, oh, well, there's supposed to be compression, so I'm going to put compression here. If you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to make it worse and you're going to confuse yourself down the line. So everything you do, have a reason to do it.
I think, well, that's a tough one.
The wing or the question?
Both, actually. I think the best advice I've ever gotten was be the best at what you do. Might come out a little weird because I can't really think straight, but when you're making a song, don't put half effort into it. Commit yourself to making that as best as you can. And I know that can be hard sometimes, but the product at the end is always worth it. I find that when I'm making music, when I'm making the songs where I'm really committed and I want them to be something really good and want them to be better than what I did before and improve, those always come out really good and those always seem to speak to the audience a lot more.
There's a popular saying that I don't know exactly. I might be saying it completely wrong, but it's like you become an expert at something after 10,000 hours in it or whatever. I think that's very true. I've definitely experienced it with music. I think you'll find it's true in pretty much anything.
Watch your eyes. Oh, it's hitting now, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
You feel when that happens.
We have
obviously,
more milk if you need it.
I might need some more.
Okay,
Can I? Jesus Christ. Obviously, you see improvement as you practice and work on whatever it is you're doing. But you'll definitely know when you hit that mark. And I think I've been making music for like 8 or 9 years. And it wasn't until maybe like a year ago that I hit that and I could just tell, I could feel it.
You can feel something.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm good. I know I'm good. I'm comfortable with saying that. And it's now super easy for me to do something and see it through. Like I'm not hitting roadblocks. I had a really big roadblock, and I think getting over that happened around the same time I hit that mark of I haven't been doing something enough to where I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know what we're talking about, man.
Honestly, the best advice I've ever been given is don't do everything yourself. You can rely on friends or a community in order to give you a second set of eyes or ears on whatever it is that you're doing. And just make sure that you surround yourself with people that will help you out if you need it.
You have a wide variety of talent.
Go on.
Yes. You have a wide variety of talent, from fun vocals to producing many different genres of music, to bass and drumming that have allowed you to work with many different artists. What have you learned from working with others, and what do you most enjoy from collaboration?
I like learning about different styles. Holy sh...
You sound like you're crying. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I like to. Well, I'm a varied person in general when it comes to production, anyways, and I like to work with people who maybe would do something that I wouldn't normally do. Like, I'm not a melodic house producer or house producer in general, so I like to work with people like Faulty. Ow. Do it for the vine. And it just kind of, you know, I get to listen to these tracks and add what I would, you know, my own spin on it, and also get to sort of critically listen to things that I might not on my own, and learn a little bit more.
Oh man, you're starting to tear up.
Yep.
Can we get some paper towels on set?
I'm good.
Here, just in case, man.
Mama didn't raise no quitter. Okay. So yeah, and it makes, you know, a lot of friends, a lot of different people from different walks of life. And that's all I really have to say about that. I'm gonna go cry over there.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Luke. I love you.
I love you too, man. Thank you very much, Luck Rock. Luck Rock, everybody. Oh my goodness.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Taking this like I'm gonna keep eating these.
Okay.
I might finish this first one.
Hey, no, yeah, it's actually pretty tasty. Thank you for joining me, TCB.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. In a very cruel way, perhaps.
We didn't save any of these wings without the sauce. I would have wanted to eat some.
Oh no. Thank you for being here, Nevermourn. I hope you're. Oh, okay, you're going for another one.
They're really good.
Yeah, they are good. Wait, you haven't touched your milk.
No.
Are these the right wings?
Oh yeah, they're the right wings.
Okay. Thank you very much for being here, being my special guest. Thank you for fighting this battle with me.
How'd you like the wings?
They're tasty, but they're hot.
They are.
Oh yeah, man. Well, be sure to stay around, stick around, stay tuned for a special segment we like to call Between Two Brayburns.
The whole rainbow.
Oh yeah.
The whole rainbow dash. Bro.
Let's go.
Suck.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.